Okay, step 7. Cell H4 should equal the loan amount in B7. So equals, you can either type B7 or click on it. I4, the ending balance, is going to be an if statement that will determine the ending balance. And that looks like this, equals if the year G4 less than or equal to the term years. I'm going to click on it. Then we're going to start a present value function, and this returns the present value. And how do we figure that out? We do the rate, so we click here, divided by 12, for 12 months, 12 times, and we want to multiply it by all of this information, the term years minus G4. Term years minus the year, and that whole thing will be minus the monthly payment. Otherwise, if it's all paid up, if it's greater, then we don't have an ending balance. In J4, we're going to enter a formula that subtracts the value in I4 from H4. So equals H4 minus I4. In K4, we'll use an if function to calculate the interest paid on the mortgage made each year and the total amount of mortgage principal paid for each year. So our formula will first check for the value to see if in H4 if there's still a balance, and if there is, then it will figure it out. And you can either use absolute cell reference or the named references. So step 4 gives you the function, and the only difference is either using absolute cell reference or the named function. So it's going to be at the beginning balance, is greater than 0, then we're going to figure out what it is. And we figure that out by multiplying the number of years by the monthly payment, and then subtracting how much we've already paid on principal. Otherwise, we don't owe anything. And then the beginning balance here is always going to be the ending balance from the previous year. So that will just look like this. And then we'll copy down, starting here. So right now there's nothing there, right? And then we will fill down the rest of our information. And it added all these lines here. I don't like that. Let me see what happens if I just copy it down. It's still doing it. Okay. So if your formatting does change and you don't want it to be changing, then we need to go back and fix it, right? So I'm going to mess around with my borders here. I'm going to select this information and see if I can get rid of these borders. It looks like, what do we want? Maybe not this bottom one right now. Nope. That's not going to do it. So I'm going to say no borders. And then now I just need to go back and we want a bottom border here. Right. And we want our not that one. Sorry. This one. There we go. I just selected this area and pushed my F4 key. A lot of times the F4 key will copy the last thing that you did. That's just kind of an operating system shortcut. And I am using it right now to add my borders back over here. And it looks like we need one more bottom border over here. Okay, so again, sometimes you just need to do that. And then in step G, make sure the accounting number format with 2 decimal places and the dollar signs is in H4 to K18. So it looks like that's good. And then step 8, we're just going to make this cell equal the down payment, which is in K20. Whoops, I'm sorry. We are in K20, and the down payment is right here. And that's it for step 7 and 8.